And then she said, well, actually, he has 7 already, and he
Dang.
goes through women pretty fast, which is crazy.
See, I don't want to hear this is a black thing anymore, right? Look at this white chick that is hungry for that baby mama status, bro. Hungry for it. And Elon, he just handing them out. You get a kid, you get a kid, you get a kid, you get child support. I mean, bro, when you're the richest man in the world, though, it's really nothing. It's really nothing for you. Elon Musk has some baby mama drama, apparently. Let's check it out, man. Let's see what that boy Elon been up to. Been knocking them up.
All right, so we have this wild story about Elon Musk that feels like an episode of Jerry Springer, but it involves the richest man in the world and a gold digger e-girl he knocked up because his breeding fetish is out of control. And now the girl's pissed at him because he's not giving her enough attention and he ghosted her on Valentine's Day. So they started trying to expose each other on Twitter. That's what's going on here. It's hilarious. So this all started when this right-wing Twitter influencer, grifter, Ashley St. Clair, announced she had a kid with Elon around 5.
Yo, whenever chicks like this get in bed with a dude like Elon, like just a famous super rich person, you know they are praying, bro. They're using all of the law of attraction that they believe in to just get that seed to embed within an egg. You know what I'm saying? This is like hitting the lottery for these chicks.
5 months ago, which apparently quite a few people already knew about because I think she's probably bragging about it in private. So there are rumors of it, even though Elon wanted to keep it a secret. But also some people knew just based on her being promoted a lot on Twitter and Elon responding to her tweets all the time. And one time he even made a joke to her about how he doesn't like to pull out. I swear this guy is just unbelievable.
Wow.
Ashley posted a headline to an article that said, Wagner chief says his forces will pull back. And Elon responded to her and said, the pull out method. And then he responded again an hour later and said, speaking personally, I prefer the pull in method. So basically Elon publicly is like, hey, I'll give you a kid if you want. And then a couple months later, she announced she's off birth control. And then the next month she was pregnant. So for an e-girl grifter, she basically hit the lottery. But she had been planning this for years, apparently. Like in 2020, she said, I need to get Elon Musk's attention for a marriage proposal. And someone responded and said, he's got a kid with a woman already, seems unlikely to work out. And then she said, well, actually, he has 7 already, and he goes through women pretty fast, which is crazy.
See, I don't want to hear this is a black thing anymore, right? Look at this white chick that is hungry for that baby mama status, bro. Hungry for it. And Elon, he just handing them out. He's just dishing them out. You get a kid, you get a kid, you get a kid, you get child support. I mean, bro, when you're the richest man in the world, though, it's really nothing. It's really nothing for you. Because I believe that billionaires still have the same cap on child support that regular people have. You know what I mean? It's not like all his baby mamas are getting like $1 million a month. I doubt it. And even if they were, that's still nothing. For a billionaire, the richest man in the world, it still wouldn't be anything. But it's not even that much, I'm sure. So that's crazy.
You know, she's basically like, I got a chance. He has a lot of kids and he's always dating somebody new. And she's right. And somehow she made it happen. Like, not the marriage, but she at least got pregnant, which she still secured the bag. You know, she's still going to be set for life from this. But apparently it's not enough for her because now she's upset that Elon won't give her enough attention, you know, because this is like his 13th kid with 4 different women.
Right.
And that's what we know of. You know, he's hiding this one. So
yeah, you coming off the bench. What? How you got a problem? You're coming off the bench. You ain't even in the starting 5. You can't be tripping.
Imagine he has way more than 13. So obviously he's not going to be spending that much time with Ashley. You know, Elon's busy tweeting all day, playing video games, doing ketamine, and dealing with all his other kids and baby mamas and all that legal shit. I mean, if he wasn't rich, everybody would be like, all right, this guy's the biggest loser of all time. Like, the only reason this can pass and people will defend it is because he can financially provide for the kids. But I guess for Ashley, that's not enough.
Even that is hypocritical, bro, because people on the right, conservatives, they'll look at a guy like Nick Cannon, who is literally the carbon copy of Elon Musk in regards to this baby mama thing, and they want to say all these negative things about fatherlessness and not being involved in the home. Same thing with Cam Newton when Cam Newton went viral talking about him having multiple children with other, you know, and me personally, see, this is, as a lot of you know, I deconstructed from my faith, and so I'm a moderate. I'm a logical guy. I do believe that the data shows clearly that a man who really cares about his children are going to want to live with his children and have that positive influence on them. It don't got to be a religious or non-religious thing. It doesn't have to be a right or a left thing. But this is the thing, bro. This is why it's like all of this is just tribalism, because everyone's making excuses for the people on their side when they contradict the doctrine, the behavior, the dogma. Conservatives should be consistent and all be like shaming Elon Musk the same way they want to vilify black single mothers because, oh, they went and got knocked up by a dude who wasn't interested in marrying them. Where's the vilification of Elon Musk? You know, at worst, they're going to joke. You're like, oh, Elon. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to come. It's not going to come. But what rationality tells me is that it's best to put yourself in a position where you are around your children all the time. Children need their fathers. Children need their fathers. And so if you're not going to give the smoke to Elon, I don't want to see another conservative give, Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, or any other black man that has multiple children with multiple women, because they're taking care of them. Just like Elon, Cam, Nick Cannon, they're breaded up. They're not as rich as Elon, but they're rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And they're taking care of their kids financially. Why don't they get a pass? I wonder.
More from him. So she started to get pissed because he wasn't responding to her and he ghosted her on Valentine's Day. You know, she's probably expecting him to take her out to eat or something, but instead he's with his current girlfriend who he has multiple kids with, and he's at the White House with her. So she put out this message.
Yeah, you the side piece to the side piece. You got to know your role, shorty.
Said 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. I have not previously disclosed this to protect our child's privacy and safety, but in recent days, it has become clear that the tabloid media intends to do so, regardless of the harm it'll cause. I intend to allow our child to grow in a normal and safe environment. For that reason, I ask that the media honor our child's privacy and refrain from invasive reporting. So she basically...
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Claims here that she needs to tell the world that she has a kid with Elon because the media was planning on doing it and it's going to cause harm to the child, so she decided to instead. But I think anybody with more than half a brain cell could put the pieces together here and be like, let's see, it's Valentine's Day. This girl's sitting at home taking care of her and Elon's baby, and he's out with his current girlfriend at the White House. So, of course, she's going to be pissed about it and jealous. You know, I think most people could figure that out, except for some of these prominent Christian conservative influencers that just turned into absolute simps. It's crazy. They all bought her bullshit and are like, oh, I'm so sorry the media was doing this to you, and congratulations, this is amazing, and all that crap. Which
yeah. You see, congrats from the Hodge twins. You know what I'm saying? And I've watched plenty of the conservative twins content when I was a Christian, bro. I know for a fact if this was another black athlete that got some chick pregnant and she was posting about it, they would be like, oh, no, there they go again. You know, it's always them. It's so sick, bro. I'm so glad I'm out of this fucking cult, like, tribalistic mindset. It's all ridiculous.
Just hilarious. I mean, this is basically a gold digger announcing she hit the lottery. And the reason she's exposing this, and in her words, potentially harming the kid, is because she wants attention. But some really popular right-wing influencers in the comments completely bought this girl's bullshit.
Right.
Like Candace Owens, she said, children should always be off limits.
Of course, Candace is on the, you know what I'm saying? She's riding Elon's meat too, I'm sure.
Parasites.
You know, she love that white meat, you know what I'm saying?
Hard to imagine what you're going through with this young one. Better to come out with this on your own terms. George and I will be praying for you. And then also Elijah Schaefer, he said, may the dishonest media get effed and stop harassing you. Terribly you have to deal with this. Hoping you can raise this baby away from nasty journalists. And Mike Cernovich, he said, sorry you had to deal with this bullshit. There's no low they won't go. And Ashley responded and said, doxing a baby is pretty bottom of the barrel. So she's acting like the media was planning on releasing her baby's address, and like his full name and everything. Yeah. And even if that's the case, which it's obviously not, why would this stop them? You know, why would her coming out with this stop them at all? Mm-hmm. And then also, if she's so nervous about this, I don't know why she would invite the media into her home to do a sit-down interview and photo shoot with her.
Right.
It's just insane. Right after she announced...
Bro, oh my gosh. Famous for fucking Elon. That's what her thing is now. That's her whole shtick. It's like, Elon Musk ejaculated inside me. I'd like to have a sit-down interview. What?
That she had this kid and she wants the media to not report on it, and she wants to keep it all private. She has the New York Post come to this $15,000 a month apartment that Elon's paying for to do an interview with her, where she obviously talked about the baby and Elon and everything. So she must love the attention she's getting from this. And she clearly
sitting down beside a chessboard. What's that about? What's you don't play chess?
That she had to keep this a secret, you know, and she probably wanted him to be more involved. Like she said, I was completely isolated during my pregnancy. Every part of my career and everything I used to do, I couldn't do anymore. I was told not to tell anybody. And she also said Elon declined to put his name on the birth certificate. And she said, I cannot explain the kind of primary pain you feel as a mother, and you're talking to people and they ask you about the one kid.
That's fucked up. Not putting your name on the birth certificate? That's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Elon, stop having all these kids if you don't at least claim them, bro. Claim your children.
And you have to lie and carry this burden in secret. You have to lie to people you love. So she makes it pretty clear that this is probably the reason why she announced she had a kid with Elon. You know, not because the mainstream media was about to come out with it, but because she wants to get attention and she wants to tell the world that she had Elon's kid. So those comments I read earlier have aged so badly. I mean, I don't know how they couldn't see that this is what she's doing. It was pretty obvious. Like, even pretty much all their fans knew it. Almost every comment on their comments is like, wait, why are you celebrating this? Like, what the hell is going on here? This girl's just an attention-seeking gold digger who obviously doesn't care that much about the privacy of her kid if she's announcing this and using her kid to try to get attention. And it's so funny, that guy Elijah Schaefer, he's been trying to cope over defending her because he got a lot of backlash from it. So he's like, listen, I know she's a typical feminist vulture, but at least she didn't abort her kid. Like, that's his takeaway here. He thinks
at least she did. Why would she do that? That's like burning a winning lottery ticket. She didn't do anything brave or like difficult by not aborting the child of the richest man in the world. At least she didn't abort. Yeah. At least she didn't abort the, Mega Millions winning lottery ticket. Right.
It's brave that a money-hungry feminist had a kid with the richest man alive, and now has a $15,000 a month apartment.
I said it first.
And is pretty much
$15K a month? Oh my gosh, she living in luxury.
Set for life. I mean, does he not understand that this kid's her golden ticket? Like, why would she have an abortion? So these people didn't know how to respond to this whole debacle. And I definitely didn't think Elon was going to. I figured he would just let this blow over. Like, obviously, he didn't want this info out there. This is just embarrassing for him, but I guess it seems like he must have been upset that she leaked it. So
really?
He decided to comment on that tweet that I read in the beginning, on that tweet from back in 2020, where she said she wanted to marry him. Miley Yiannopoulos, he reposted that when all this info came out, and Elon commented on it and said, whoa. So now he's publicly trying to embarrass her, because obviously this tweet makes it look like she's a stalker or something, and Elon's just finding out about it. So it's crazy. He's pretty much taking a shot at the mother of his kid. And then she actually responded.
I mean, Elon is a wicked man, bro. Elon is evil. I believe that. This man has a long, long history of being just a complete douchebag and liar and, manipulator. And he's knocked up all these women and isn't in these kids' lives. I mean, the only thing he has going for him is that he's rich. He's also very cringe. The only thing he has going for him that he's rich, and that's the power of wealth. If you're rich, you're always going to have people that support you because that's what people in this world worship. That's what, religious people, non-religious people, people from the whole spectrum. Of course, not all people in every group. There's some people who don't worship money in all those groups. Clearly, what I'm saying is, the majority, it would seem, or at least a large enough, that if you're wealthy, it doesn't really matter what you do. As long as you don't go, abusing children, that's about it. I really think that's where the line stops, or murdering people. If you're not doing those two things and you're wealthy, you can pretty much just be the worst person in the world. You're always going to have supporters.
Much worse. And she deleted it right away because she probably realized that. And she probably got a call from Elon's lawyer. And they're like, hey, if you want to keep that apartment, you better shut the hell up. So she said, Elon, we've been trying to communicate with you for the past several days and you have not responded. Which, her saying something like this, again, just supports the theory even more that she made this announcement because Elon was ghosting her. Like, she's making it so obvious now. So she continued on and said, when are you going to reply to us instead of publicly responding to smears from an individual who just posted photos of me in my underwear at 15 years old? So this is just completely out of control. I mean, apparently also Milo was posting pictures of her, like underage pictures or something, and he was suspended from Twitter for a week. But still, Elon decided to respond to his tweet. And Ashley also claims that Elon knew about this tweet already and him and his team discussed it last month. And she said that Elon was just asking her to have more kids the last week, which if that's true, this dude needs to chill out. I mean, this is just insane. Like, how could anybody support this? And Ashley also said, I'd like to take this offline for our child's sake, which of course now she's saying this. You know, she's the one that made
that boy Elon. He's trying to keep the empire going. You feel me? He's doing the shotgun method. He's like, look, I have so much money. One of these children is going to like be highly ambitious and driven, and they're going to take a portion of the inheritance they're going to get from me, and then they're going to continue the Musk legacy. That's really what he's going for here. But he's doing the lazy approach. Instead of having a few women with like a few children with like one or two women, because, you know, a lot of people, the first marriage doesn't work out. And when you're that wealthy, maybe even a third marriage, right? Instead of having maybe like 6 or 7 kids with amongst 1 to 3 women, and focusing in on that, he's just like, I'm going to have 20-something kids, bro, with just random, beautiful white women. And one of these kids, even though I'm not going to really be in his life, he's just going to lock in. He's going to take that inheritance money. He's going to make the next Tesla, the next IBM, and the Musk brand, the Musk name, the Musk legacy will continue to grow forever. That's his approach, I think.
This public, she brought it online, she did an interview with the New York Post, and now once she starts getting shit, she's like, all right, let's take this offline, this is going too far. So this is just the trashiest shit ever, but I guess a bunch of conservatives are celebrating it for some reason. Like, they spend so much time preaching about how important marriage is and traditional family values and 2-parent households, but when Elon has his 13th kid that he'll probably barely spend any time with, and when it's out of wedlock and with his 4th different woman, they all act like he's a great parent. It makes no sense. Yeah. And all these people just happen to conveniently ignore the fact that Elon, he also authorized one of his sons, who was a minor at the time, to start taking puberty blockers. Elon signed off on that. And all these people that would normally call that child abuse if it were anybody else, they all just ignore it and pretend.
I mean, to put that in context, if I'm not mistaken, apparently that was one of the things that he uses as the reason or the catalyst for why he's a conservative now, right? Like he had a sit-down conversation with Jordan Peterson, and he makes it seem as if he was actually put in a position where he was forced to sign off. Like, they made it seem like his child was having a mental health crisis where their life was in danger if they didn't start it. And so he signed off on that, and he describes it as, oh, the woke mind virus killed my son. And so, to be fair, I could be wrong, but that's how I understand the situation. So I can see why conservatives wouldn't hold Elon accountable for that, because they used that as his red pill moment to become a MAGA conservative person. Even though I think that's complete. Well, you never know what a guy really thinks or believes, but I think it's kind of bullshit. It was just a convenient branch to use to then get on this, because he knew that if he could get Trump elected, he could then get a lot of favors done by Trump that he wouldn't have been able to on the other side. I don't know. That's just a theory, though. So could be wrong about that. Maybe he really believes this stuff.
Like, Elon's a great father, and it's great that he's trying to repopulate Earth. So Elon has these people wrapped around his finger. Like, the fact that they're celebrating him having a kid he'll never see and leaving this girl to be a single mom is just wild. And it's funny that they're supporting Ashley and defending her. But then Elon basically makes it public that him and Ashley aren't on good terms, and he takes a subtle shot at her. And now all those people who are supporting her are real quiet, because I don't think you'll see them defending her from Elon at all. Even though she's pretty much saying that Elon, he's not around that much, he's not really being a good father. But of course, these people, they don't really care. So this was such a mess and so embarrassing for everybody involved. I mean, also, I don't know if Elon knew this before he had a kid with Ashley, but she used to go by Sex Laptop on Twitter.
Really?
And allegedly sold nudes to people or did cam modeling or something. And she had some...
Whoa, look at this tweet by young Ashley. I love that big black. I need a beep. I forgot I had that. I love big black. I want a big black named Tyrone to destroy me. Dang, Ashley. Sheesh. But then she said, you know what? I want to get a bag. I want to get a bag instead of my back broken. I can't blame you for it.
Pretty wild tweets. So if he knew about this stuff, that explains why he wanted to keep the kid a secret. You know, this looks really bad for him. I mean, this is almost like him knocking up.
I mean, she looked like the type, don't it? She looked like the type that been broken down before. For sure, she been broken down.
OF girl. Like, this girl clearly just slept her way to the top. But let me know what you guys think.
Yeah,
if you enjoyed
man.
This video,
So that's,
make sure you check out my Patreon.
That's Elon Musk's baby mama drama. Dang, man. Well, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. And until next time, peace out.